Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits, or the Church of the Unknowable. So I'm kind of like changing the name as we go along because what we're doing here really is unknowable. Since I've restarted my talks, I think what I'm doing is carrying out a theme that works with my meditation on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, you're my friend, hope you are, you'll notice that I work on an idea and kind of like meditate on. Meditation is working with an idea. And I work with this idea like a thread, and I unroll it. It's like you got a big ball of a knot of an idea, and you just kind of like take the threads out, and you unroll it. You follow the thread, like Ariadne's thread out of the labyrinth. We're going to follow the thread, you see, and it will unfold each day, as I'm doing now, in conjunction with my meditation on Facebook and my talk. So these kind of like will support each other, like the two monkeys in my monkey martini. It's empty, you see. Okay, so the title here is The Church of the Unknowable. I just came up with that. And we've been, for the last two talks, we've been meditating upon the unknowable. There's the known and the unknowable. In our society, our culture, the Western culture, which is European age of reason that was born with Newton and Descartes, just to mention a few, but it really began with Copernicus, but we'll not get into that. But the idea is that in the age of reason, everything is knowable. It's the age of the known. Given enough time, we believe, without question, that everything can be known. Just need a bigger computer. We'll know everything. Everything can be known. Everything can be experienced. Experience and knowing, we can only know and experience, so everything can be experienced. They go together. Everything can be experienced. Everything can be known, given enough time, favorable circumstances. You see, we believe that. We don't question it. So we don't know what the unknowable is. Well, it's unknowable. So does it not exist? You see? Does the unknowable not exist? You see? We need to look into this. So the Church of the Unknowable, it gets back to the Jews in the Bible. Everything is reference to the Bible. God is unknowable. Don't even say his name. Don't say God's name. You see, it's unknowable. Big blank. But then, with the Christianity and the Greek philosophy, the Greek mind is, you can know everything, rational, Aristotle, the logic of identity. It's the logic of Aristotle, classical logic. It's the foundation of the modern world. Everything is what it is. Everything is what it is. This is a martini glass, and it's not a monkey. You see, a monkey's a monkey. A martini glass is a martini glass. But is this just a martini glass? Is it just a fact, or is it a metaphor? Does it point to something beyond the glass, or is it just this? So with science, everything is what it is. But in art, we all know, in myth, everything is and is not what it is. What is it? We don't know. And now we're getting into Zen, you see. Zen is the art of the unknowable. So a Zen koan is a unknowable. So the master gives a monk a Zen koan, and he says, to make one up, If you say this is a martini glass, you're wrong. If you say it isn't a martini glass, you're wrong. Now, you're wrong no matter what you say. Now, what is it? That's a cone. It's unknowable. If I say this, I'm wrong. If I say that, I'm wrong. I keep trying this, that, and the master says, no, that's wrong. Get out. Get out. You see, Steve Jobs did that. He had an idea for an iPad, an iPhone, an iMac, and his engineers would come with, is this it? No, get out. Is this it? No, get out. Is that it? No, get out. Is this it? Oh, that's it. So you don't know. Anyway, that's just a little sidetrack. But the point is, the iPad or the iPhone or the iMac or the whatever, whatever, was unknown until he saw it. So, everything is unknowable until we see it, and then it's known. But what is the seeing, you see? You got two, it's this or that, and we want to be one. See what? Everybody holds their finger up. Oh, I'm number one. So there's a conflict. One is defeated. Now I'm number one, you see. That's the way the Western mind works. Everything wants to be number one, but the only way to get to be number one is to get rid of the competitor. Everything is, I'm number one because I beat the other guy. That's Trumpism, but that's another story. But everybody's running around holding up their finger. I won, I'm number one. Who are you? I'm number one, yay. But it doesn't last, you see. Because as soon as I'm number one, there's a new combat. The mountain goats keep butting heads together, you see. Well, I started out this because I had some insights into the life of Pi. Hope you saw that movie. It keeps coming back to me, giving me insights. First of all, I realized this morning, and I've seen the movie 2 or 3 times, I realized this morning just pi is unknowable. Pi, the life of pi. But the number pi is not even a number. It's unknowable. And I think that was brought out in the beginning of the movie when he got his name. What is pi? It's unknowable. It's never finished. It's infinite, to infinity and beyond, you see. Can't pin it down. Can't say that's number one, that's it. You know, so the movie is a pi. Life of pi is unknowable. Now briefly, let's see, what is it? Because I've been seeing this movie, hope you watch it, as a Zen cone. It's unknowable. And what does that mean? What does that mean, you see? So what is the unknowability of pi? Basically, you have 2 stories. Well, there's a third. There's a reporter who comes and knocks on the door of this Indian man who has reportedly had this story, and he wants to find out what the truth is. And this man, Pi, tells him the story of Pi, a boy who had a yearning question for truth, and he tried all the different major religions, and none of them, like Buddha, and none of them were satisfactory. Tried rational philosophy, that didn't satisfy him. So he ended up on a ship with a zoo, going to Canada, and the ship sank, and he was in a lifeboat with a Bengal tiger and a zebra and a chimpanzee and the boy. And the tiger ate the zebra and the chimpanzee, and now it was just the boy and the tiger. Now, how does he live in a boat with a Bengal tiger? So the whole movie is the unfolding of how he discovers how to live in the world with the tiger. What is the tiger? What does he have to learn? And he goes on this adventure. But then at the end, the reporter asked him, said there was a newspaper story about this ship sinking. And there was a boy and there was a cook and some other peoples, and they ended up by eating each other. So it distorted a sordid tale of cannibalism. Nothing heroic, you see. So on one story, you have the heroic myth, romanticism, heroic, Joseph Campbell, the hero's journey. And on the other hand, you have just a factual newspaper story about a shipwreck and a lifeboat with some people from the boat in it, and they had to eat each other. What's the truth, you see? Is it this or that? Well, it really creates a Zen koan for you, a question, because we get into the movie of the whole movie is about the boy with the tiger. We love it. We wonderstruck. The whales coming out of the ocean, the phosphorus, the wonder of it, the wonder. It's like Avatar, like Pandora. That's very real because I am it. That is very real. When you're in that movie, it's real. It's like a dream. It's real when you're in it. So when you're in the movie with the boy with the tiger, it's real because you are that. But then you have this little objective newspaper story. You see. Well, that's very clear and distinct. It was facts. This cause and effect, written in the newspaper. That's it. Now, which is true? The newspaper story or the story you embedded in, you see? The subjective story or the objective story? Now, who are you? Are you just a newspaper story? Is there a birth announcement? Then there's yada, 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 and a death announcement. Is that it? Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, you see. Is that it? That's the known. That's the known world. If you can write about it in a newspaper story, it's knowable. If you can write a manual on how to do it, it's knowable. So the movie, Life of Pi, is unknowable. You cannot know which is real. If you say the boy on the tiger is real, well, then you're kind of like cuckoo. Excuse me. You see, the carnivorous island. He goes to an island, and it's full of little meerkats, and the tiger and the boy are on the island. And he discovers that during the night, the island turns to poison, and it will kill you. During the day, it gives to you. During the night, it takes away. He runs from that island. What is the carnivorous island? It's not a real island. So it's a metaphor for what? The world. The world gives to you during the day, takes away from you at night. Ambiguity. Is it this or that? Is it day or is it night? Is it good or is it bad? Is it this or is it that? Choose. Well, in the known world, we choose. Well, it's this. It's not that. You see. But in the unknowable, it's both. But they don't fit. It's both, you see. So here we got two monkeys, right? Which is it? One. There must be one. There's not two monkeys. There's not. When you look at that, it's not two, unless you are like me and have a walleye. Then it's two. I see two. But there's one. So I will usually close one eye so I can see there it is. There's the one. Put your two fingers. Close one eye and try to put your fingers together. Right? Can't do it. Why? Because there's two, but there is one. Right? So when I have both eyes, I see, well, there it is. That's one. Close one eye. Well, I keep missing, you see. So that's kind of like a metaphor for we know everything is one. I know I'm one. I'm not two, unless I'm in the Tom Cruise movie, The Oblivion. Then there was two Tom Cruises, clones of each other, which is the real one. If you look in the mirror, which is you? The mirror or the one in the mirror? You see. Well, we know there's one. Anyway, I ramble, but I hope I'm sticking together here. In the church of the unknowable, God is unknowable, God has no name, and reality has no name. Reality is unknowable. You are unknowable, being is unknowable, yet at the same time, it's knowable. So you see, pie is unknowable. The boy and the tiger and the boy with the cook, you see, both are opposites, and you can't put them together as one, so it's unknowable. It leaves you with the question. It leaves you with the wonder. So the question, you see, the containing the unknowable contains the wonder. Contains the wonder. So we're always, you see, so Jesus says, oh, you got to be like a little child to get into the kingdom of heaven. Well, you've got to live with the unknowable. A child lives with the unknowable. He doesn't know what anything is. Oh, Mama, what's that? Oh, it's a lamp. Oh, okay, I know that now. Next time, oh, that's a lamp. Oh, what's that? It's a chair. Oh, a dog. Oh, a horse. Oh, a camel. So we take the child like Adam in the Garden of Eden, and we name everything, and now he knows it all, you see. And he keeps expanding knowing. Now he's an adult, he becomes a physicist, and he's knowing atoms, you see. So we keep just expanding what we know, you see. So what is it that makes us expand? What is it that draws us? What is it that calls us? What is it that makes us human? The unknowable. Call it God. Call it ambiguity, call it the self, call it whatever you want, but it's unknowable. Call it emptiness. That's what Zen does. Oh, it's empty. You see, emptiness is unknowable. But if you think emptiness is the word emptiness, well, then you've just made the emptiness knowable, and you've made a choice. You're back. You've lost the wonder. Once you know it, it's no wonder in it. Yeah, I know what it is. What else is new? You see? Once you experience something, I've done that. Get on with it, you see. But what keeps the world fresh, what keeps your world fresh is the unknowable. And who is unknowable? Well, the world is knowable, but you are unknowable. There you go, you see. If you define yourself, and if you think you know who you are, and if you think you know, oh, I'm anxious. Well, that's just a feel. You're not anxious. That's just something passing through you. Oh, I'm so happy. The next minute, oh, I'm so sad. So you're not happy or sad. That's just passing through you. Who are you? You are unknowable. So when you are unknowable, you are constantly questioning what is knowable. What is this, you see? You're like a little child in the kingdom of heaven. What is it? What is happening now? What is this feeling? Who are you? You see, it's always not knowing the answer is not important. It's the question. So humanity is a question. You are a question, period. Not the answer. Because once you find the answer, you've killed it. Once you know something, it's dead. You can go on, find something else. Put it in a book, put it in Google. Now you know it. What else is new? So the question is not to keep looking for the known in time, but to be unknowable now so that this world right now is a question. This world, this moment, this presence, you see, is open, fresh, and you're seeing it for the first time. At the end of our exploring, we will come to where we started and see it for the first time. You see. So now always remains unknowable, or pi. Thanks for so. You're both the boy with the tiger and the boy with the cook. It's unknowable. Thanks for dropping in. See you tomorrow. Let me press this thing here.